The Constitution of South Africa guarantees the right to access healthcare services for everyone in the country. That means that the government has an obligation to take reasonable legislative and other measures like policies to ensure that people are accessing on a progressive basis quality healthcare within the healthcare system, and that's both public and private.
So lymphoma is a cancer of the lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is the disease-fighting system in the body. So it consists of cells such as the B and T cells, but also consists of lymph nodes and organs such as the spleen and liver. That's why the disease can spread throughout the body. So bendamustine is a chemotherapeutic agent, which is a chemotherapy drug used to treat lymphoma. It's one of many drugs used to treat lymphoma. What it does is basically it sort of works on the DNA of the cancer cells to try and kill the cancer cells. One is the price. It's quite expensive for patients here in South Africa, if they even are able to access it. Two, there aren't any generics of the drug, so it's very limited availability. It's currently not on the South African essential medicines list, so if patients really need it, they have to go through special means to get access to it. So the fourth issue is patents. There's currently 6 secondary patents against bendamustine in South Africa, which could block access up to 2031 in the country.
Intellectual property in our law is found mostly in the Patents Act, which is a very old act and has not been amended for many years. It is a pre-constitution law, but what we understand is that intellectual property held by companies, which is basically a monopoly right for 20 years, that enables those companies to market and sell medicines within the jurisdiction exclusively for 20 years. That is a right that exists both in South Africa and also in international law. But what is also in international law is the recognition that there must be a balancing between public health and private rights, such as intellectual property. And what we understand in South Africa is that our current legal regime is not working for public health. And so we have been advocating as Section 27, MSF, Treatment Action Campaign, and many other organizations in the Fix the Patent Laws campaign to ensure that we are able to change that law.
Like we did with ARVs, we need to do the same with cancer services, because without people on the ground, without affected people, we cannot be able to do it. For us to have such success on the ARV programs, it needed people living with HIV to take a lead. So in this case, we need a cancer patient to take a lead. We understand that it might be difficult because cancer makes people more weaker than HIV, but at the end of the day, we need them to tell their stories and tell us how are they suffering, so that we can be able to fight for them. Because if they are not there, it's difficult to tell a story about somebody who's not there. So the story, it's better if it's told by the owner. So that's what we need to do.